Gotta hand it to you, Marsfin. Orlov Marsfin is not to be trifled with on the battlefield. Afghanistan. Never ever trust Afghanistan. I always lose there. Impressive Tabaristan, though. No wonder the Ottomans are being kept under lock and key there. Jake, I recommend an increased galley wall. Yeah, lack of galleys is hurting a wee bit. Especially when I could win my naval race against Tuscany. And we have the money for it, so why not? Let's get those war galleys on the go. You know, Hamburg is the place to get it done. That'll take us up to 30. And that'll take us up to force limit. So as these fall, it's all coming up Millhouse, to be honest. Jake, espionage is not that bad. If you play near Ming, you can use it to make Ming explode. Yes, but the best way to defeat the Ming Empire is to look at it. It'll do that on its own. Netherlands defies Swedish oppressors. The Netherlands declare independence from Sweden over in Friesland. Granted, it's not our war, but... I already have a truce with Sweden. I wouldn't be called in. Do like the look of that Frisia, though. Nah, that's not our war to fight. Oh, don't worry, we'll come for the Swedes later. Magical regenerating Netherlands, go! Actually, you're gonna have your work cut out there, Netherlands. Considerably. Alright, Plock is down. I think it's high time we made our march on Warsaw. A little tricky to move around because they have this fort that's getting in our way, but the path to Warsaw is clear. The enemy numbers are still rather high. I should be very prudent. Seems we've lost our fog of war. That was not 3 years. No, yes. Go, go, Gadget, Netherlands. It is actually a little concerning. Would love some ducats. Would love all of this, to be honest. But the loyalty loss is going to hurt. Oh well, let it hurt. I need that admin. Need that admin to wait around and do nothing. So yeah, that makes them angry as well, but we can give them their monopoly charters. Keeps them happy enough. The nobility. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for the free points. The clergy are always getting really angry at me these days. We'll get that up because that itself will go up. Okay, it'll take a few years, but it will go up. Don't say Plock around Zwir. Zwir can say whatever he wants when he finally manages his mod game. So I think I'm pretty safe on that front. There we go again. They've got that 6-shock general who's really pushing hard. But thankfully, Muscovy know how to push back. Sadly for me, Muscovy have done half of the lifting, so that means they're entitled to half of the rewards, really. Entering battles is a huge contributor to this. Also, that is the crazy way to get there, because we have not sieged down Warsaw yet. We're working on it. At least I can get to Warsaw from there, and back again. That was not the intended path. Also, you could be going for there with your 4-shock general, or, yeah, that works for me as well. Flanders joins in the Republic side, but again, Sweden are only facing the Netherlands. Nobody wants to help them. These truces are getting in the way for lots of people, I think. Okay, this is where it gets concerning. If Litauen are going to join in all of this, I may be forced to pull back. And I don't like pulling back. What I will do is mount everyone onto Warsaw. And I mean everyone. Don't think there'll be a battle here. It's murder on the attrition. But we're doing alright here. Everyone! Oh, there goes their 6 shock general. This is rather good, but I don't like my lack of war score. If I don't give land to my good friend Muscovy, he's going to be less than impressed. What I need to do is give him out-of-the-way land that truly nobody could ever care about. Preferably ones that are going to be revolting, so that, for example, will keep them nice and happy. Oh, that's right, the whole point of this war was to get your core back. Should try to not forget about that. You also had a claim, if I recall well, so probably be better if I hold on to that and then give it to you through interaction. That's going to make a lot of people unhappy, so maybe not give you Poznan. 26.2 if I did it that way. 26.2 if I did it that way. Admittedly not a big hole to tear out of the PLC. But like I suddenly thought to myself, maybe that's not what we're looking for. Oh, what of Genoa? You've kind of just been sitting there like a bad smell. Nothing to worry about on that front. Since you were at war with Bohemia, I don't think you guys are going to be best of friends anymore. Neutral and neutral, but it's very high. Very, very high. It'd be very dangerous if you guys allied up again. So I'll probably break your alliance to keep it that way. It would be nice to reach out and just get a little bit more though. But if I have Danzig, I have an ability to throw myself onto the Livonian Order anyway. I might even want to grab that Memel, but Muscovy would be a little less than impressed. Now this is actually pretty good because it expands me, gets me my vassal's core back, and gives me that opportunity to bite into Livonian Order. And I like the idea that we can come back for round 2 with the PLC. I think grabbing this money still keeps Muscovy happy too. I'd love to get a bit more than 2 favours with them. Like 8? 9 even? Because it takes so long to get favours. But I also don't want to hold out on this too much. Jake, Norway is drowning in rebels. I did not notice. Oh, come on, it's just peasantry and reformed zealots. The reformed zealots are perhaps something to intervene with. A bit disappointing me, really, but at least once they've revolted, there should be a recent revolt. Yeah, they'll be free to get converting after that. Okay, this seems good enough. We're going to roll with it. Aggressive expansion is high enough just from taking this junk. And everybody's happy, especially me with my new Danzig. Ah, this is also a good opportunity to get the clergy on my side though. It's not going to help with converting it unless I make them much happier. But that's what Missionary Strength Lad is for. Also, could give it to you, or I could give it to the merchant guilds. And I do love me the merchant guilds. I mean, I really love those merchant guilds. Gets that trade power up nicely, but that also helps with the tax and such. I love my merchant guilds. Ah, nobility on my case as ever. Here, take this slab of garbage. What is PLC? Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. I guess as the way this is going, you could say, what was the PLC? Yeah, they do still exist, but what you gonna do? Get rid of them mercs. Keep a close eye on Danzig. But we also need to get our units ready to liberate Norway. And keep a very close eye on our vassals. So they're trying to convert Newmark, which disgusts me. Convert it to Protestant. I would love to switch their religion over to Norse, but they would never forgive me for it. I mean, placating rulers, I could do it at best 5 times if I had maxed out prestige, and that would still only take care of half of it. So that's not really an available option. Alright, let's go save Norway from themselves. I need to kill those reformed zealots. But if I recall well, I lost a fair few of my cogs. Only down to 9 of them. Hamburg, you're the cog wall. Takes a wee while thanks to that war exhaustion I've got. Yeah, Lithuania is not going to want to break away. They are probably going to get integrated there. Liberty Desire is 35. So unless Poland really screws up, it's going to stay around 35. Could have hurt Poland a bit more, but it's probably better if I have a big strong Poland to worry about. I kid you not. Probably would be better. If you hold control and drag a box, it will only take naval units. Nice little thing to know. The peasants I don't need to worry about, but I don't want those religious guys rampaging about. I also really want Danzig converted, gives me a lot less to worry about. I mean, who worries, right? But still. Also, hotkey for disabling forts, something I wanted for a while, and now it's there. Probably be faster to get you over from here. On you go. Jake, it would be smart to vassalize Sweden and have it around as an attack dog. I can't afford any more vassals. Simply can't. Their Liberty Desire would mount up and destroy me. You might mean generally, in which case I can agree with that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go kill us some Protestants. At least we're good on the money front, but I always like to be good on the money front. Bloomin' clergy, but they'll be loyal in a year. Let's get ourselves 4 shock gentlemen. Waited for the turn of the month just to get all the people back there. I saw 6 military over there. It's a little terrifying. No, I didn't. I saw 6. That's what's terrifying. We actually lack morale here. So this battle may not go well. It all depends on the rolls. Those are not great rolls. You ever seen the event Buns for Our People? That's a fun one. Why does everybody go for Norway over in Iceland? What do they have against them, I wonder? I'm gonna merge everybody up because I can't afford many units right now. I'll take care of these peasants for Norway as well. Gotta keep everybody in my family very happy. I also don't think I need to keep Norway around much more. The fact that they are failing miserably to convert all their Norse provinces kind of tells me that I might want to take charge of the situation. It seems like they don't even want to try anymore. And I kept them out so that I would have an opener into Scotland. And I still do, in fact. Aggressive expansion is pathetic over here. So this Aberdeen province is going to have to go as well. Another good potential vassal, because again, it's provinces I can grab relatively cheaply. I think that's what we're going to do, in fact. Norway, get inside me. Scotland, become my vassal. Seems like a good idea. Annexing you won't take very long. Can't think of a good reason not to annex Norway. Sure, there is a province that I haven't grabbed for them. Who knows? Maybe there'll be time to... No, there won't. Listen, I don't really care about 5 development that much. I can grab it in the future. But I do care about having idle vassals kicking around like this. Oh, snap. Might need a bit of help there, huh? Oh, Lord, that's gonna kill you. Whew. Oh, my Lord, that was nasty. I very nearly killed you all. Yeah, Norway is fairly revolting. That's why they need to get inside me. I'll take care of all that. I would love to get the diplomatic guy to make it faster to eat them up. But it's so good to have better relations over time at this point because, well, I need to get rid of this aggressive expansion, which is the limiter on me at the moment. Still have that core on you, but it's also good to have you as a really very trustworthy friend. Muscovy as well, let's get that way up so that we really see eye to eye on things. Defender of the Catholic faith, that's something I haven't had to worry about for a while, as in ever. Scotland, thank goodness. Nobody cares about Scotland. And my truce with them will be over soon enough. Let's get that claim on the go. Squinting. Squinting hard. I don't own this province. Okay, it's possible that Norway will claim it for me. Hoping they do. Well, soon they'll be inside me, and then there'll be nothing to worry about. Odd for Siena to... Oh right, Tuscany's my enemy. They embargoed me, so now I have all that against them. Okay, well if I can't fabricate a claim, and I've still got good relations with you, great even. I think it's high time we... These all tempt me, so let's get our man of war for now, but I do really want to start going with these. Need that manpower too. So many things I need. So many things I want. Paper mana, Jake. I'm well aware. I'm gonna hold off a wee bit on dealing with Danzig. But not with the peasants. Down they go. Thankfully we should have a good long time of recent uprising. Good, that should even take us to the point where we can annex them. Free of guilt, free of concern, just generally free. And I don't care about Danzig. The funny thing is, well, the Catholic zealots are not the funny thing actually. That's quite an unfunny thing. Jake, what campaign do you have in mind after this? I don't really. I mean, there will be one, I just don't have it in mind. Plus, this one still has quite a way to go. Yes, Norway is going to be inside of us soon, may as well take the mission. It'll offset the diplomatic reputation hit I'm going to get, which will stir Brandenburg's desire to rise up against me. Scum that they are sometimes. I also have to be ready for the fact that Catholic zealots out of Danzig may be very mighty. And look how keen they are to rise up. I need to get that converted on the double. All of the strength comes from the Inquisitor, so he also needs to not die for a wee while. But this is good. Jake, have you thought about playing as Moldovia? Oh, I've already played as Wallachia, so I don't feel the need to play Moldovia. Why motor oil spill? Are you secretly a Romanian? Because I have had it with bloody Balkan posting around here. I really don't think I need to be focusing on admin anymore. We've finally done it. We've finally gotten through all that. We would probably benefit from... trying to think how best to do my merchant placement at the moment. We only have 2 of them, but we make such a good chunk off of it. Jake, can you see the new world? Only this. Wow, the colonization has been really rather slow. And Timbuktu, you're doing well. Austria, please. Oh, Austria have done it. Austria have become disloyal. They have 90 liberty desire. Somebody should back them. Somebody like Castile. Oh no, Orlov! You've been replaced by somebody who is very similar but weak. Okay. Weak people deserve to die, but sadly you're a female. Gun-heeled Marsvin. Can't I just dump you into the Baltic? Tell you, if you can swim from Stettin to Bornholm and back again, then you are fit to be our next ruler. Gunhild. Okay, seems like Saxony's having a bit of trouble there. Attacker against Hesse. No, none of their forts have fallen. Should not be fooled by such things as occupation stripes. Shame that Brandenburg are still so angry. That force vassalized will tick away in 20 years or so. Sweden declared war on Saxony Luxembourg, which should mean they're now at war with Bohemia. And Bohemia can call in their allies Transylvania, Ansbach, and Saxony. With a bit of luck, that'll tear Sweden a new one. Scotland. Good. Norway did fabricate a claim on them. What I did was I set Scotland's province to... what did I set it to? I've forgotten already. Vital interest, and that implored upon my vassal to fabricate a claim on it as well. We're hurting for manpower, so I'm actually going to make this a bit of an infantry, a bit of a merc job. Seven mercs, and I'll even give them my cannons, both of them, because I'm a generous guy. But everybody deserves to get over to Hamburg. With a bit of luck, Scotland do not take aristocracy. Innovative exploration defensive, I can roll with that. Glorious economic base tax, too low, you say? Pshaw, I say. Wasn't I making a... I thought I had ordered the construction of some cogs. Well, I'll set them up in Hamburg. Or I can blissfully forget about them for a while. And we'll get the fastest man in the world to take care of this. Jake, increase relations with Muscovy. They're as high as they can really go. I can squeeze another 12 out of them, but I don't think I need to worry about it. And I really only have one diplomat to play with. Let's make it 2. Oh, right, I haven't been taking my espionage ideas. Brandenburg are at 12. We are also at 12. I think we can start getting some of this. Because I need that spy defense. Coupled with more spy defense. Damn, we have the best ideas going. Boogaloos all around. Ah, I can really get behind that. Greater Denmark gets serf exploitation. For 10 years, 10 extra goods produced. Glorious, in fact, because that's why we're glorious Denmark. Okay, it's only Highlander terrain over here. Fare thee well, Aberdeen. We are fast, but we're not fast enough. They're gonna get 1 tick. Okay, this is getting dangerous. I already gave a lot of power to my merchant guilds, and it's gonna last for a long time. So if I give them more influence... Okay, actually I don't care about that much. That's a big sway. But what's the alternative? Merchant guilds lose influence. Trade power goes down for 15 years. Acceptable. Lose 75. Oh my lord. Let's read this. The growing power of the merchant guilds has led to individuals from within their ranks to seek their fortunes in areas traditionally dominated by other groups. The sons of mid to low prominence families of the merchant guilds now have the education and ambition to match the more privileged classes. As a result, an increasing number of them are now being employed as administrators, lawyers, officers, as well as in other positions traditionally dominated by another estate. The merchant guilds still feel they are being unduly held back by the archaic rights and privileges of another era, but their adversaries are growing very weary of their current unnatural social mobility. Unless we do something, we risk losing the support of the privileged classes. But if we withdraw our support, the merchant guilds at this point will likely have grave effects on our relations with them. Oof. I can't really give them 10 influence. Dropping both the other was into disloyalty. But 75 admin. I am gonna have to stick the finger up at the merchant guilds. I don't like anybody pushing me around like that. Boom. So they're a little unhappy. They're just gonna have to deal with it. Maybe they could help us out a wee bit. I need a ducky or 2. It'll tick up. So there we go. There was nothing to worry about with the Scots. Making them a vassal. Again, it won't piss off anybody too much. Okay, well that's exactly what I should be doing. Alright, League Wars are afoot. That's going to open us up very nicely. Hopefully none of my vassals get involved in this. That was a very painful event. That's what happens when you bend over too much for one estate. You can get very bad events from it. Catholic zealots I cannot afford to have rise up and defeat me here. So the sooner we get this converted, the better. 70% as well. Could potentially go to 80. Alright, Danzig dealt with. If they get way too close, I can always increase autonomy. I don't want to. Oh, the merchant guilds are actually cheesed off here as well. That's a shame. Just have to deal with increased autonomy then. I need to get some troops back there as well. It's alright, with economic it makes it a lot easier to deal with these kinds of things. The Palatinate. I think you're gonna need some big friends there. I should keep a close eye on the situation there though, because it gives me a lot of opportunities and expansion. I'm also able to gauge what my vassals are going to react to this like. Shouldn't push them above 50, but I need to keep my finger on the pulse just in case it does. Let's keep them as glorious vassal and be prepared to give England the... I wonder if I could fight England. 1v1. I will probably have to build up my forces a touch before I do that, but I think it's worth investing in that train of thought, since it's a wonderful place to expand and will stop pissing off the Germans so much. Why are Germans always so angry? So there we go. Scotland becomes a vassal, pushes me over the limit a little. They can keep their money. Thought that might happen, but it's just Scotland. Scotland I can deal with though, they're only Scots. And let's also deal with Danzig. That's okay. It's all okay. And just in time, that'll stop the Catholic zealots from getting on my case. There we go. This is a very acceptable situation. Maybe I shouldn't have squeezed more money out of the merchant guilds, but I'm tired of them getting in my way. That's not how things work around here. I'm the boss. Something else I need to do is prepare Cassis upon Livonian order. I need to strike them when Muscovy are busy. Oh, speaking of busy. Religious war. With the current fight is the conquest of Lauenburg. Seems that Sweden is not doing too well on that one. Hold on, what? Oh, of course, there's the province borders them there in Holstein. North Scotland would be far superior. Well, they haven't taken religious ideas either. It's getting pretty difficult to convince these guys what they should do with their provinces. Also, ooh, that explains why my Diplo power hasn't been around lately. And this is worrying. I don't dare have these people rise up against me. It's getting dangerous. I need more units so they stop seeing me as weak. Let's have a look at this. Could do with 2 more cavalry. And the rest really, I need to deal with the infantry. It sucks keeping my manpower so low though. We'll build up to force limit and see what they think of that. But if they so much as graze 50%, I'm going to be paying that down with prestige. Oh, what a lovely day. Poland finally see us as equal. And I'm ready for you. I'm also ready for Sweden, as and when I go and grind them to dust. I have all the favours I need with Muscovy to turn on you. Jake, think you take too long for this achievement. HRE can be a problem. That made no sense. A lot of mobilization going on over here. Is this because of Sweden? Actually, this brings England into a state of warfare. I really want Norway inside of me very quickly so that I can take advantage of this situation. I did bring it down a touch, which is good. I know Muscovy doesn't want as much from Sweden anymore, which is useful for me, because I can still give it to them and they'll be happy. But there's so much of Sweden that I want. I also want my merchant guilds to stop being so angry, but it will take about 15 years for that to stop happening. I've given them too many provinces. Get the Diplo Rep Advisor until you annex Scotland. You annex faster, you also lower Liberty Desire. No, there's no need for that. And what there is a need for is a claim on Vermland. No, there is no need for that, but... Okay, just want Norway inside of me, then everything can start going right. I wonder if he's converting anything or attempting to. Oh! It'll be done in September 68. Ah, that hurts. He could almost have it done. I don't think there's anything I can quickly spend my Diplo power on. Just trying to squeeze anything I can out of this situation, but I'm not seeing it. Oh well. Jake may ask why you didn't annex and release Scotland. That would have made them Norse, right? Nope. Majority of their cores would be reformed, that is to say all of them, and so it wouldn't work. Development, Jake. I don't think I can develop anything for 37. We're close with some of them, but not quite there. And I doubt I can demand more diplomatic support from you. So, close but no cigar. Unless they suddenly stab up or something to get this on the go, but no. It's all gone. So there we go, that's dealt with. Oh, okay, that's just Scotland, so that's nothing to worry about. And in 10 years that'll go as well. So I also get some free units out of it. Always good. And they should... Oh, very nice. Please join the flotilla down there whilst I figure out what to do with you all. Give Norway land. That wouldn't be worth it for one conversion that I can do fairly quickly. Reykjavik and, well, these two. They have religious zeal for quite some time. It's an acceptable state of affairs, though. We're starting to get a little bit bigger. Honestly, I bent over backwards just to be able to make this happen. But I keep forgetting about that Austrian personal union. 54. It's a shame nobody's backing it. Then again, if I went to war with England, Austria is disloyal, so they would just hang around there. So that means I have less to worry about. We have the Russian Empire now. That could cause its own problem, because it could give them bigger ambitions. Still, I would love to crush England. Look at them there, sitting on their island, not being crushed, when I could be crushing them. Do you remember when integrating used to cause a stab hit? Terrible times. I think I need to get Scotland their land back. I'm wondering if it's worth keeping Brandenburg around so much right now. It's land that I could integrate right now and just get a serious bolster to my own strength. They only have one core that I can get back, and it's quote-unquote only 15 development, but taking it would mean breaking up with one of my big, strong friends who is also a counterweight against Bohemia. Would be expensive to annex, you mind, but that and I wouldn't get your Space Marine troops to fight for me. It's a tricky one, that. You need to show these Russians what a real empire is. I only have 224 development. Even if I wasn't in the HRE, I wouldn't be able to upgrade my government rank. Also, it costs prestige, which I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't tend to get much of that. England, though, I want you dead. Russia would join in, so Russia could take care of Sweden as long as I took care of England. And England is involved in other battles, but the English Navy would hurt me. There would just be a lot of pain involved in that, so maybe I should shelf that thought. And again, the English, as they gain more exhaustion, might be less willing to save Sweden. Good. Still takes 4 years per favour, which is a shame. There's of course Saxony, who I can call into just about anything. No, I do see Brunswick as vital territory. I even see Lubeck as vital territory. Taking Lubeck would anger a lot of people, but it would make me super strong. It's also Westphalian, and the thing about Westphalian, if we go into economy charts, is that it makes up a significant amount of my culture. If I had Lubeck as a core, it would be enough to be acceptable. Starting to think I should take Lubeck. It is very good after all. All those buildings too. And your friends are pathetic, Bremen and Holland. Don't want to get caught there. But I do need to expand. And my aggressive expansion has finally started to die down across here. Hold on, hold the phone on that thought, Jake. When you took 26 development, it caused 51 aggressive expansion along here. That would be even more. It's too much. That would cause a pretty much guaranteed coalition around here. It's only by chance I was able to avoid a whole load of it before. Jake, the English army will not matter if your whole army is parked on their little island. A few problems with that. I think England could take on my whole army as is. I can really only bring 35 to the table, reasonably. 40 if I wanted to push it. I'd be fighting on England's turf. Then again, England are hurting, but their force limit is large. Actually, England is hurting in a big way. I could just fight them. Get Scotland their cores back, and that would severely weaken them. Also wouldn't cost me any aggressive expansion within reason. There is also the question of where are their troops. Jake, they're only Germans. Okay, you know what? I'm starting to buy the whole kill England idea. I can bring Russia in again, because they'll give Sweden the curb stomping that they deserve. But again, I'm stripped of the possibility of taking land from Sweden. I'll give like this province to Russia, and it'll increase favors. A self-fulfilling prophecy on that one. Tuscany will get involved. Tuscany is really very strong, and that's a little terrifying. But again, Russia could eventually make their way down here and help out somewhat. Don't know. I do not know. Well, there's lots of things to think about, but I'll be thinking about those on another day, because we've done our 2 hours of hell, succeeded as well, and there's been some nice idea guys, so I'm going to kill the stream for the night and probably play some Undertale, because I've been enjoying that, and it's nice to just sit back and play a game with some privacy from time to time. Greater Denmark is far from over, and we're certainly not really strong enough to be a true world power at the moment, but we are alive and thriving, at least until Russia decide they want our lives. We're going to call it there just for the night. So cheers for joining, and have a wonderful remainder of the weekend. I'll be back tomorrow evening, guaranteed, with movie night, but who knows, I might stream through the day as well. It's wonderful having this kind of freedom. Cheers and good night.